Hello friends, Frogopolis here, and I love me some Robert Eggers. The Witch is a personal favorite of mine, and I really like The Lighthouse, but I haven't seen The Northman, which makes me a fraud. But what did I think of his new movie Nosferatu? Well, let's talk about it. Eggers is once again able to weave fiction and history together to make a very effective horror movie. Much like the 1922 film, Count Orlok is a walking embodiment of death and misery, who not only brings about a plague, but also wishes to steal the heart of a young woman. Eggers is able to use the history and superstitions at the time to flesh out the story and make the characters seem more authentic. I have always admired how he strives for accuracy because it then in turn makes me want to learn more about the period. And it really heightens the feel and atmosphere of the movie, which is excellent by the way. Also helping is its fantastic locations and sets. You can tell they put a lot of time and care into the interiors and props to make it all look lived in, complemented by the gorgeous architecture of the places they filmed. Then we have the characters and acting, which were great. Everyone is putting on their A game here. This is probably Lily Rose Depp's best performance to date. I especially liked Simon McBurney, who puts on an absolutely insane performance as Nock. Speaking of insane, we have Willem Dafoe playing Professor Albin Eberhard von Franz. Professor Albin is able to fit into such a dead serious movie while still being such an eccentric. He's our bridge to the more fantastical elements of the story, and is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Count Orlok and the occult. Then there's Thomas Hutter. Poor Thomas. This poor guy just wanted to sell some real estate to Count Orlok, but has to deal with him trying to kill him and trying to steal his wife. I really like Thomas. He's very regular, which makes him very easy to relate to. He's just trying to do good at his job and keep his marriage together, but is forced to contest with the fact that monsters are real, and that his relationship in life isn't going as well as he thinks it is. Then of course there's our titular vampire himself, played by Bill Skarsgård. The practical effects and makeup used to bring Count Orlok to life are incredible. His voice and physicality make him so imposing, but even before we meet him, his oppressive atmosphere is felt. Despite his monstrous appearance, there's an allure to Count Orlok that you can't quite escape, which we see affect a lot of key characters in this movie, but especially Ellen. Their connection is not romantic, but one of lust and obsession. Ellen has always felt trapped and lonely, even now that she has a loving husband, and this is something Orlok would gravitate towards. But of course what really makes Count Orlok so alluring is his mustache. I dare anybody who likes men to tell me otherwise. I am happy that they didn't try to make Count Orlok sympathetic or romanticize his actions towards Ellen. There's a very real horror in obsession and stalking, and they did a very good job capturing it here. These characters are in a living nightmare, and their demise is slow and painful. Count Orlok is methodical and ruthless when he wants to achieve his goals. We can only watch as his arrival comes closer and closer, and the devastation that comes with it. While Count Orlok is dangerous and terrifying on his own, we also have to remember the plague he brings with him. A plague that was all too real, especially in its time period, the results of which are grim and heartbreaking. Nosferatu is a film that is as horrific as it is hauntingly beautiful. With all the praise I have for this movie, there's also some stuff that I wish could have been a bit better. There's certain characters and plot points I really wish they had expanded on. A good example of this is I really love the performance behind Nock, but I found his character pretty lacking. I understand that he is simply just Count Orlok's thrall, but you never really get to know anything about him, and he just seems to be there to get certain plot points going. Ellen also seems like a very interesting character that I just wish we got to know a bit more. Though it seems we're going to be getting an extended cut when it comes out on Blu-ray, so I guess that makes up for it, and I do understand you can't just put everything into a movie. Though maybe they could have moved some things around here or there. While I do have issues of some of the storytelling and character development, I do think this is a very good movie. It's beautifully shot, wonderfully acted, and damn scary. I love it when somebody's able to take such an old horror story such as this and bring it to a modern audience. I hope the popularity and success of this film leads to more people wanting to learn about the history of what inspired these tales. And I personally can't wait to see what Robert Eggers makes next. I'm giving Nosferatu a 4 out of 5. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe or leave a little comment. Either way, I'm just happy you stopped by, and I will see you next time. Bye.